From roadside stand to American icon, the history of A&W Root Beer. How a frosty mug of root beer became a national treasure. When you think of A&W Root Beer, what comes to mind? The rich, creamy fizz, the chilled glass mug, maybe a nostalgic memory of a drive-in on a summer night. But long before A&W became a household name, it was just one man and a dream, and a very, very good recipe. It all started in 1919. In the sweltering summer of 1919, Roy W. Allen set up a tiny root beer stand in Lodi, California. His timing was perfect. World War I had just ended, people were craving celebration, and Prohibition was in full swing, so root beer, with its bold flavor and booze-free promise, hit the spot. Allen's homemade root beer was a hit, so much so that just 1 year later, he teamed up with a man named Frank Wright, and together, they formed A&W, short for Allen and Wright, America's first franchise restaurant. Here's where it gets interesting. A&W wasn't just about the root beer. In the 1920s, Roy Allen began selling franchises, making A&W one of the very first franchise restaurants in the United States. Franchise owners set up roadside stands and later drive-ins, serving root beer in frosted mugs brought out by car hops. This wasn't just food and drink, it was an experience, the kind of simple joy that helped shape mid-century American culture. Root beer with a real recipe. What made A&W's root beer stand out? Its vanilla-forward, creamy profile with just the right amount of spice and sassafras flavor. Unlike the sharper, more medicinal-tasting root beers of the era, A&W went down smooth and kept people coming back for more. And then there was the presentation. Frosted mugs, thick, creamy foam, poured fresh, never flat. It turned an ordinary soda into something special. The rise of A&W restaurants. By the 1950s and 60s, A&W wasn't just a drink, it was a full-on dining destination, complete with burgers, fries, and yes, the iconic root beer float. There were hundreds of A&W locations, especially across small-town America, where families could pull in and get served right in their cars. At its peak, there were more A&W restaurants than McDonald's. Still pouring strong, A&W Root Beer is now over 100 years old, and it's still going. Bottled versions are sold worldwide, and standalone A&W restaurants still exist, serving that signature flavor and frosty mugs to this day. They've even embraced modern times, launching social media campaigns, new menu items, and sustainability efforts, all while keeping the nostalgic heart of the brand intact. From a humble sidewalk stand to a symbol of American tradition, A&W Root Beer is more than a drink. It's a fizzy slice of history. Next time you crack open a can or grab a float, you're sipping on over a century of classic cool.